Hello, Leo. Great to have you here. My name is Shona. Today's reading is a general love forecast for November 2025. As always, take the messages that resonate and release anything that doesn't. Don't forget to like, and subscribe to stay connected with upcoming readings. Let's see what's headed your way, Leo. So, Leos, welcome to your love, romance, and relationship reading. So first of all, I'm hearing this, again, like having to start from scratch, having to, go through the whole dating process to find somebody new. And I honestly feel like many of you, there's just too much going on in your life right now. Too many plans that are kind of still up in the air. Housing situation that are being talked about, and so possibly geographical changes when it comes to your location as well. So there are a lot of things that are kind of on the front burner, so the relationship is not really a major concern for you right now, especially entering new relationships, because I feel like some of you have ended a relationship where you spent a lot of time. You have devoted a lot of yourself in the relationship, and I feel like that's coming to an end. You're not at a phase where you are ready to date. Others of you, I feel like finances, career, work, finances, all of these things are on the forefront, on the front burner, and that's really occupying a lot of your time. Let me talk about this here. This is a water sign. So, Page of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And I see a very strong Scorpio vibe here because of this Death card in the reverse position. So I feel like a lot of you have spent an enormous amount of time kind of contemplating, thinking about this person, thinking about what the relationship, like what happened in the relationship. And I feel there's an element here about what did the other person do wrong? How could they treat me like that? And this is basically waiting for the harvest, waiting for something to come to fruition, waiting, anticipating that they're going to be coming back, or anticipating there's going to be some type of a communication with them. I don't feel like you're hoping for them to come back to rekindle the relationship. I feel like there's an element here about a falling out between two people, mainly because they're showing up in the reverse. And I feel like you're half-heartedly waiting. It's like not waiting to rekindle, but waiting for some things to creep up, waiting to kind of hear about them or hear from them. And it could be finance related. So you might have financial entanglements with this person. You might also have children with this person. You might have some things that are unfinished between the two of you. And I feel overall, this is not somebody that's occupying a lot of your energy or a lot of your time. It's not like really on the front burner, but there's still some lingering attachments here. And at any point, I feel like, you might run in the same circles. You might have mutual friends. Your families might know each other. And so hearing about them, or hearing, about them through the grapevines, or hearing other people talk about them, it's inevitable. So I feel like it's some influence in your life that's always there. And so you're trying to make a change, but I feel it's hard mainly because of the entanglements that are still happening between the two of you. Let me talk about this person. We have here Page of Cups in the reverse position. I'm sensing like this is somebody who is, I'm hearing like sexually inexperienced. So I feel like what that means is it's a little bit of an irresponsible, reckless type of behavior. And if you have children with this person, it seems to me like it was, something that can be a little bit reckless, like a reckless act leading to children. That's what it feels like to me. And then I'm also feeling as well, this water sign. There is an element here about them not being ready to be in a relationship, not being ready. So I feel like they might have the best intentions, but when it comes to like truly opening up and, giving you that 100% commitment, or giving you that true intimacy, I feel like it wasn't there. And for whatever reason, I feel like this person you felt like was not emotionally supportive of you. Okay, so going back to what I mentioned with the general reading, just because someone is not, 100% behind you, It doesn't mean that they're against you. It's just, if you're dealing with this person, a water sign, different element than you, opposite from you, they're going to exhibit love and affection in a different way. It doesn't excuse, their behavior, but what I'm feeling is that you might have a lot of conflict of interest with this person, mainly because your ideologies, your philosophies, your outlooks are very, very different from each other. So I feel like there's still some karma that needs to be released. And I mentioned before, let go of resentment, let go of grudges, because it's really going to affect only you. And so I feel like this is something that emotionally is still occupying your mind. With the Death card in the reverse, it's almost like unable to let it go. So if you're cycling through what exactly happened, if you're waiting for this person to step up, grow up, or, if there's financial expectations from this person, I feel that you need to kind of approach this as, I'm my own person, I can take care of myself, I need to move on. So if there's like financial hangups, I don't feel like fighting it out to the tooth and nail is going to solve everything. I feel like it's best to let this person be on their way, mainly because they're not ready. Okay? So, oh gosh, a lot of conflicts coming in, a lot of conflicts. So we have here Seven of Wands. This is basically it's a conflict-ridden card, okay? So this is like defending our values, even when there are a lot of people opposing us, defending our values, defending what we believe to be true, and a lot of responsibilities as well on your plate, and you're trying to tackle them one at a time. You have a lot going on for you this month where I feel like it's not really relationship-oriented. It's just trying to get by, trying to get through the day, trying to keep afloat, trying to take care of everything that needs to be taken care of. So I feel like some people with very, very big families, a lot of children, and a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of things to do, a lot of maintenance when it comes to children. And the other card that shows up here is the Five of Wands, needing to play mediator in other people's relationships, needing to play a mediator in your own marriage, needing to calm down and kind of like de-escalate tension rather than adding fuel to the fire. So I feel like there's a lot of conflict that are happening here for those of you who are in committed relationships. Okay, so I asked who this conflict entails, and we have here the Four of Wands. So I feel like for some of you, this is a marriage partner or a significant other that you're dealing with, where there is a lot of things happening on your end. You're super busy. Your partner is also dealing with his or her own internal conflicts, or even, problems at work, jealousy, petty people, a lot of disgruntled clients, and things like that. So both parties are kind of not emotionally available. And both parties are wondering why, like, where's my partner? Why aren't they emotionally available for me? I've had a really bad day. Why are they not there to support me? You guys are both going through some really stressful things, and you might bring this energy home and let it affect your relationship. Okay, so please don't let that happen. Okay, we need to choose to make conscious decisions about leaving work at work and not letting it affect our relationship with our significant others. But also, if you're around children, if you have children, don't bring the energy home, because children are very, very sensitive. They're very susceptible. They're very perceptive as well. And this toxic energy is not really going to be good for them. So I feel like some of you might be dealing with another fire sign. So another Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And while the relationship, it is very, very stable, there are pockets of dissidence happening where you have a lot of chemistry with each other. And I also feel as well there's still some conflicts coming through. It's going to get resolved. We have here the Judgment card. And also the conflict can be coming in from family members, in-laws, and, meddling in your relationship, or annoyances, like family expectations versus your expectations for your relationship partner. And likewise, their family expectations versus their expectations for you. So all of these things are going to be hashed out. They will be resolved peacefully, and they will, allow you both to move forward with a lot more harmony. So I feel like the beginning of the month, for the next 2 weeks at least, there's this energy creeping through, but I feel like towards the end of the month, this is when you're going to have a truce with your partner, and this is when this energy is going to die down. If you are dealing with a fire sign, even if you're not married, I still see that element coming through, but there's going to be a peaceful resolution. Basically like a truce or a consensus, or kind of like a situation where you both will start to compromise with each other. I have the water sign coming back into the picture. This is showing up here as the Knight of Cups, and this is in the upright position. The Strength card. And usually I look at this as, it is your card, but it's almost like learn from the past. Look at the big picture and be wise. Don't jump the gun. So this is a card about waiting for the right opportunity, waiting to hear what the other person has to say, waiting, biding your time to make sure that they are sincere and honest, because I feel like there has been some type of, there's a really strong attraction here, but there has been some type of conflict in the past, and I feel like it's deep in the past, but there's still lingering resentment. This is a card about an empty victory, discussions that lead nowhere, that leave both parties very hurt and scathed. And when it's in the reverse position, it's like vowing to kind of like agree to disagree, because the disagreements are just so divisive that it's hard to reach a conclusion. So there is still some lingering, attraction between you and this water sign. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. For others of you who have been dealing with this, and this is a brand new person, I feel like there's a lot of attraction, but there's also, once again, different elements. There needs to be some type of maneuvering, a softening up the energy, not being combative when you're dealing with this person, because I feel like you're very energetic. You're really anxious to get things moving. And then this person, they're going to buy their time. They're a little bit wishy-washy, so it can really grate your nerves. But I feel like when they do something, they want to be a little bit more deliberate. They want to make sure that it is long-term, viable, and sustainable. Otherwise, they don't just want to jump right in and ask questions later. So if you are dealing with a water sign, and this is somebody that I feel you might like, you might be very fascinated by, you might have a crush on, or you might be really attracted to, I feel like they're not 100% ready to jump into a relationship just yet. I feel like they have some things that they still need to work out. They might have had some disappointment, some deceit, some, infidelities and things like that from their past relationship partner. They're still trying to get over it, and they're still possibly still talking to their ex, trying to sort things out. And I feel like because of that, they're not ready. It has nothing to do with you. It's just this person needs to take more time to themselves, okay? So that's a water sign, and especially if that's a new person that you're dealing with. So what do your guides have in terms of spiritual advice for you for the month of November? Love, romance, and relationships. Okay. So let's talk about this. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Pentacles in the reverse is a really good card when it comes to love and relationship. In the reverse position, this is a card about, self-esteem, self-worth. What am I really deserving of? I feel like for many of you, if you've been kind of going after the wrong types of people because you feel like, oh, they're giving me so much attention, or they're giving me, that validation, they're stroking my ego and things like that. I feel like this is the month where those actions or those types of people are not necessary anymore. You're coming out of this phase where you have, like overcome a lot of self-doubt, a lot of negative self-talk. You're coming into your own again. You're starting to realize what you're worth. You're starting to realize what you need. You're starting to realize what you want. And you don't need another person to tell you, how attractive you are, or how some guy or some girl would be really lucky to have you. You embody this energy where you know what you're worth. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with the fact that with the moon in the reverse, it's kind of like mental clarity, where in the past things have been very, very foggy. You thought it was this way, but you're not 100% sure, or you're getting, some type of hint, some type of intuitive hits, but you don't really have concrete evidence to really back it up. So this is the month where I feel like there will be concrete evidence. There will be contact. There will be communication from whoever it is that you're dealing with. And as a result of it, it's really going to shine some light into some major situations. I'm feeling as well, if there is a relationship that you had, assets with, lived together, shared, even a family situation where you have children together, there's going to be communication from that person that can be upsetting. It's going to throw the wrench in the works in your plans. So if you're planning to move, if you're planning to relocate, if you're planning to restart your life, you're going to hear back from the past, people from the past, and it's going to throw the wrench in the works. It's going to derail your plans. So I feel like you need to have a contingency plan. And then on top of that, you need to really focus this month. If you're coming out of this phase where you have self-doubt, you need to start the new phase by being on your own, by making decisions for yourself, not riding, the coattails of other people, or especially depending on other people to make up plans and then bandwagoning and then jumping on board. So I feel like other people and their promises just are not going to be good for you to rely on. Okay? I feel like you're going to have to make some plans. You're going to have to bust out of this type of like, oh, I don't know if I can do it on my own, or I don't know if I'm capable, or I don't know if I have enough resources. The resources will be coming in, and you need to start saving, and you need to really think about long term. Where do I want to be? And I feel like with this world card, it's about opportunities coming in, but I feel there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear. So once again, with that general reading, I mentioned, this is the month where it's really going to test your sense of adventure. If in the past you've been like, oh, I wish, I could do something new. I wish I can get out of here. The opportunity is here this month. And I feel like that's when it's really going to test you. Are you as adventurous as you say you are? Or is it all talk? And then at the same time,